You're watching the Arsenal Vodcast. Arsenal's Champions League hopes are hanging in the balance after a 2-0 defeat in Braga, a result that Denilson admits is very hard to take.
In the second and first half it was a great. You play very well. Just in the second half, two moments you make a disconcentration in the game, and they scored two twice, and it's very disappointing. I'm very bad about that. I'm very sad, and just to say for the fans, I'm very sorry for this match and the last game as well.
There was some good news on Tuesday as Ramsey made his long-awaited return to action after a 9-month layoff. So how did he feel after completing 45 minutes for the reserves?
Very good. Obviously it's great to be back. I'm playing my first game today. I felt like it went quite well for me. I was blowing a bit though after about 20 minutes, so I got some work to do in that department. But no, I'm feeling very good about myself at the moment.
Last week we met Arsenal America, the US-based supporter group, as they began their European tour with a trip to Emirates Stadium. The first part of a longer road trip that continues today, the match experience is crucial in building the profile of these tours.
It definitely becomes, proselytizing of Arsenal. You have supporters that have never been to a match before. They come here and experience it firsthand, and they take that home and they spread the gospel. We actually do a series where we interview supporters who have never been to a match before, and we do a write-up about them, and we post it on Arsenal America's website. We also have a great relationship with Arsenal USA, which is the US-based branch of the Arsenal website, and they actually put the content on their site as well. So it really becomes this overall experience of not only watching the match here, but then going back and telling supporters what it's all about and why you want to get involved.
Starting with a pick-up match the morning after at Hyde Park in the centre of London, it's the simple love for football which first sparked the interest for Arsenal America's president, Josh Templeton.
So I grew up playing football in the US, and we didn't really have any type of televised football for years. And it really wasn't until, I'd say maybe 6 or so years ago, that my brother and I really started to get into Arsenal, because just watching Thierry Henry, you gravitated to the way that he played. And so through time, and my brother and I just going to matches together, and we found a pub in Baltimore that we could go experience all things Arsenal. And then we started to grow, and we saw more and more people with kits on, and we started to kind of realize this was a lot bigger than just us going and watching matches. So we decided to establish a branch. Then we got connected with Arsenal America, and then it's just grown ever since.
The next stop on the tour is back at Emirates, where Perry Groves provides a humorous guide to one of the world's finest stadia.
The first thing they'll see is this magnificent crest on the wall. The second thing they'll see is this saying on here, the deeper the foundations, the stronger the fortress. If it was me, I'd have thought win or lose on the booze, if we draw, we'll have some more, but that's not really the message.
While the players who would usually be in the changing rooms are at the centre of the club, the supporters groups around the world also play a crucial part in building the global fan base.
In order for them to have some sort of association with the club, a supporters group is how they get that connection. And if it wasn't for those supporters groups, many of these individuals wouldn't even know about football. So, football's growing in the U.S. rapidly just because of the expansion of players like Freddie Ljungberg and Thierry Henry coming over. But it's also these local supporters groups. We have supporters that come in that have never even experienced football, and they get to experience the match experience, watching us sing and chant and cheer. They want to know what it's all about. They get involved and fall in love with probably the greatest team to ever play.
After a close-up look at the Emirates pitch, the Americans continue their journey through to the Ukraine, where they've made the long-haul flight to Donetsk for Arsenal's Champions League encounter with Shakhtar, and a chance to experience being a part of the die-hard travelling fans.
It's exciting. I think it's such a different experience. I think that any true Arsenal supporter, if they can, make that pilgrimage, it's worth every minute of it, and it's something that you can never take away.
A lively and vibrant atmosphere. It's hard to believe that not long ago, Arsenal America would not have been warmly welcomed into the former Soviet state.
Yeah, I grew up in a time where, the Iron Curtain was still there, and I remember when it came down, and I remember a day where this never would have been possible. And we talked a little bit about that on this trip, and that this was something that's really dynamic, and it just shows how much Arsenal as a club have grown, and I'm excited. It's a different experience, and I'm glad that we're here to soak every minute of it in.
While Arsenal could not deliver a win, for Arsenal America, the pilgrimage from the US to the Ukraine via Emirates has been an event to remember, and hopefully the first of many.
We really are excited this year for all of the Arsenal America supporters. We're doing more trips, more events. We're doing another trip in the second half of the season. So I'm excited. I think that there's going to be a lot more opportunity for Americans to come over, and you're going to see more and more Americans. So hopefully they get excited about that.